On a calm and seemingly ordinary morning not long ago, the world was jolted awake by breaking news. A missile had been launched by Iran, sending shockwaves through the international community. This missile, moving at incredible speed, crossed multiple borders, its trajectory bringing it dangerously close to NATO territory and raising immediate concerns among neighboring countries. Across the globe, people watched with growing anxiety as the missile's path was tracked in real time, alarms sounding throughout Europe and beyond. It was a stark moment that reminded everyone just how fragile peace can be, and how quickly it can be threatened by sudden acts of aggression. The missile's route took it over the vast Mediterranean Sea, a region already marked by geopolitical tension and military activity. Its intended target was not immediately clear, but its direction suggested a potential risk to several NATO member countries, prompting urgent analysis and speculation. Military officials in multiple nations responded swiftly, raising their alert levels and preparing for any possible escalation. The possibility of an attack on European soil suddenly felt very real and immediate, forcing cities and governments to take rapid protective measures. The incident unfolded without warning, catching civilians and authorities alike off guard, and leaving many in a state of shock and confusion. Security agencies scrambled to assess the evolving danger, working around the clock to gather intelligence and coordinate a unified response. The incident dominated headlines, with television and online news outlets providing constant updates and analysis as the situation developed. Citizens in the affected countries followed every update closely, anxiously hoping for a peaceful resolution and reassurance from their leaders. Fortunately, the event did not result in casualties, thanks to the rapid and effective response of advanced defense systems and vigilant military personnel. Yet the very fact that a missile was fired across borders instilled a deep sense of fear and uncertainty among ordinary people, highlighting the unpredictability of modern conflicts. Ultimately, it served as a powerful reminder of the ongoing tensions in the region and the ever-present risk of conflict that continues to shape the lives of millions. Turkey played a critical and decisive role in this incident, demonstrating its strategic importance on the world stage. As a NATO member located at a vital geographic crossroads, Turkey is often on the front lines of regional security, bridging Europe and the Middle East. Turkish defense units were among the very first to detect the incoming missile as it entered the alliance's airspace, alerting their NATO partners immediately. Their rapid and coordinated response was essential in tracking and intercepting the threat before it could cause harm. The Turkish military worked closely with NATO allies throughout the crisis, ensuring seamless communication and cooperation. They provided valuable intelligence and helped guide the interception, sharing real-time data with their partners. Turkish radar stations and missile batteries are strategically placed to monitor for threats from the east, making them a crucial line of defense. Their experience, vigilance, and readiness made a significant difference in the outcome, preventing escalation and ensuring safety. This event highlighted Turkey's vital importance within NATO and its commitment to collective defense. The country's unique location means it often faces direct risks from unstable neighbors, making its role even more critical. By stepping up and taking decisive action, Turkey showed it as a reliable and strong partner in the alliance, ready to defend its allies. Their efforts were widely praised by leaders across Europe and North America, earning Turkey international recognition. Turkey's involvement is a powerful reminder that security is a shared responsibility, requiring unity and trust among allies. Each NATO member brings unique strengths and perspectives to the table, contributing to the alliance's overall effectiveness. In moments of crisis, working together and supporting one another is the best way to stay safe and maintain peace. The missile incident did not happen in a vacuum. It was the latest in a long series of events that have kept the world's attention fixed on this volatile region. The Middle East has been a region of tension for many years, shaped by a complex history of rivalries, shifting alliances, and unresolved disputes. Iran's relationships with neighboring countries and Western powers are often strained, marked by suspicion and competing interests that make cooperation difficult. Disagreements over politics, religion, and resources have led to frequent conflicts in the past, affecting millions of lives and fueling cycles of unrest. In recent months, these tensions have grown, with new incidents adding to the sense of instability and uncertainty. Reports of military buildups, border clashes, and political disputes have made the situation more unstable, raising fears of a wider confrontation. Many countries are worried about Iran's missile program and its intentions, fearing that further escalation could draw in more nations. Efforts to reach diplomatic solutions have not always succeeded, as deep-rooted mistrust and competing agendas often stall progress. Experts warn that any one incident could spark a larger conflict, potentially drawing in regional and global powers. That is why international organizations like the United Nations and NATO keep a close watch, coordinating responses and urging restraint. They try to encourage dialogue and prevent misunderstandings that could lead to violence, while supporting peacekeeping and humanitarian efforts. Despite these efforts, the risk remains high, and ordinary people continue to live with uncertainty and fear. The recent missile launch is a sign that the region's problems are far from over, and that the threat of sudden escalation is always present. It shows that threats can appear quickly, and that countries need to stay ready, constantly adapting to new dangers and challenges. Only through careful diplomacy and cooperation can lasting peace be achieved, offering hope for a more stable and secure future for all. When a missile is launched, it does not just threaten one country. The danger quickly spreads across borders, affecting many nations. This is why international cooperation is so important. Countries must work together to keep everyone safe. NATO is built on the idea of collective defense. If one member is attacked, all members respond. This principle encourages trust and unity among very different countries. When Turkey, the United States, Germany, and others worked together to stop the missile, it was a perfect example of this spirit. Cooperation goes beyond military action. Countries also share intelligence, develop new technology, and train together. These partnerships make it much harder for any aggressor to succeed. They also help prevent misunderstandings, which can be just as dangerous as real attacks. In a world where threats can appear suddenly, teamwork is more valuable than ever. By building bridges, countries can solve problems peacefully and protect their people from harm. During crises, people look to the news for answers. Clear, accurate reporting helps everyone understand what is happening. In the case of the missile incident, journalists worked hard to share facts as they became available. This helped calm fears and prevent rumors from spreading. Good news reporting means checking facts, talking to experts, and updating stories as new information comes in. Journalists must avoid jumping to conclusions before all the details are clear. When people trust the news, they are less likely to panic or believe false reports. It is especially important during security incidents. News outlets play a critical role in explaining complex events in simple terms. They help people see the bigger picture and understand why certain actions were taken by governments and military leaders. Reliable news is a cornerstone of democracy. It gives citizens the knowledge they need to make informed decisions and hold leaders accountable. Truth and honesty are at the heart of good journalism. When something as serious as a missile attack happens, people deserve to know exactly what took place. Journalists have a duty to report what they find, even if the full story is complicated or still developing. Transparency builds trust between the public and the media. If mistakes are made, news organizations should correct them quickly. This openness helps everyone feel confident that the information they are receiving is reliable. Sometimes, governments or other groups may try to hide details or shape the story. That is why independent journalism is so important. Reporters must ask tough questions, verify claims, and show all sides of an issue. Only then can people make up their own minds about what happened. In today's fast-moving world, the truth is more important and more valuable than ever before. The incident between Iran and NATO is a wake-up call for the world. It shows how fragile peace can be when tensions are high. Even a single missile can bring many countries to the brink of crisis. This is why strong defense systems and international cooperation are so important. It is also a reminder that everyone has a role to play in keeping the peace. Governments, soldiers, diplomats, and even everyday citizens must work together. We must support open communication and trust building at every level. Another lesson is the need for constant vigilance. The situation in the Middle East changes quickly. Leaders and citizens must stay informed and be ready to adapt to new threats. Peace is not something we can take for granted. Most of all, this event teaches us to value honesty and transparency. Whether in government, military, or the media, truth is the foundation for safety and cooperation. As this story continues to unfold, it is important for everyone to stay informed. The situation in the Middle East can change quickly, and new developments may affect countries all over the world. News organizations will keep watching for updates and sharing them with the public. Ongoing coverage means checking for the latest facts, expert analysis, and official statements. It also means looking at the bigger picture, how this event fits into the wider story of international relations and security. The more we know, the better prepared we are to respond. People everywhere have a stake in what happens next. Whether you live near the region or far away, events like these can shape the future for everyone. By paying attention and asking questions, we can all help keep the world safer. In the end, staying informed is not just about knowing the news. It is about understanding our world and working together to make it better.